Hi everyone. So from today we are starting geography revision. You are done with the history revision. In geography, we'll be starting with Indian geography for around 30 days. In 30 days, we'll complete all the syllabus of the geography one by one, keeping 4 things in mind. So today is day 1 of the geography. What 4 things we'll cover here is number 1 thing, that will be trend analysis. Number 2 will be outline. Outline of the topic. Like for example, today is a test 1 and we'll be dealing with India's size and location, the first chapter of geography, Indian geography. And then what we'll do, on the basis of these two, we'll be solving 50 questions for prelims. And in that, the fourth thing that is very important, how we'll solve this question is, we'll be doing this on the formula of 1:4. That means कि in one questions, you'll get to know 4 things about the topic. I'll tell you when we'll start the topic. So let's start with the outline. Outline means today's topic is India's size and location. What I'll tell you, I will not teach you the whole chapter. I'll tell you what things you need to study in these chapters. Like I'll tell you the subtopics. I'll tell you in those topics what are the main things that you have to keep in mind while studying those, which are important with respect to the paper. And then I'll tell you what things further the UPSC or the PCS can ask you. In this topic, the first thing that will be position. Whose position? We're talking about India, right? Position plus extent. I'll tell you the analysis of both with respect to UPSC and with respect to PCS, PSC, Public Civil Services. State level and the UPSC level. The first topic is position of India. Where does it lie? Is it in the northern hemisphere, in the eastern hemisphere? What is the standard meridian? What is the extent? What are the latitudinal and longitudinal extents? With respect to extent and with respect to longitude and latitude, many questions are asked. I'll show you. We have covered the PYQs in this. Then the second topic is Tropic of Cancer. This is very important. Important with respect to PCS. They'll ask you how many countries does it crosses. With respect to world and in India's dimension, they'll ask you how many states it covers. The third topic with respect to it is Indian Standard Meridian. They'll ask you how these both are related. That means where do they intersect? So what they'll ask you, where do they both intersect, or the number of states they cross, the number of towns nearby, the number of cities nearby. UPSC has been focusing on this area since the past 3-4 years. I'll show you the PYQs here. And then the fourth topic is Indian subcontinent. What does this mean, Indian subcontinent? How they'll ask you? They'll ask you with respect to Southeast Asia, comparing both the things. Or they'll ask you what countries are, simple question, what countries are covered into it? It's the first chapter of Indian geography. These are the basics. Once you cover them all, it will be a very good base for you to cover the other chapters. Why do you need to cover chapter 1? You'll be unable to understand. If you don't know the position of India, how will you know the climatic regions of the India? Type of climates, the regions of the rainfall, the soil types, the type of, if you don't know this, the position and the extent. How will you know the types of vegetation, the type of forest? That is chapter number 7. We'll come to it later on the 7th day. And then after knowing this, the Indian subcontinent, the 5th topic will be India's neighbors. Neighbors plus there is a term called extended neighbors. See, we think we have studied the chapter given in the NCERT and that is enough for us. In reality, they have just mentioned a term called extended neighbors. What they'll ask you, they'll not ask you the extended neighbors, they'll ask you the capitals of the extended neighbors. And that you think that will get covered into the IR portion. No, it's a part of geography. It's a part of NCERT. And then the last thing will be Gulf or Strait. This has come into because of the PYQ. Now you know the topics of the chapter number 1. The second thing what I want to tell you is why do you need to cover this way? The dimension is why. What is the benefit of doing these single tests per day? The initiative that has been started that in 150 days, we'll do 50 questions per day. What benefit you will get? 4 things what will build up in you is, number 1, for which the students struggle. Everybody is reading NCERTs, everybody is doing the questions. What is the reason behind the not getting selected? A single reason behind it is they don't know the meaning of this word. Understanding the topic. It's not just reading, it's a matter of understanding. And understanding leads to development of common sense. And this will, with the help of this, you will be able to clear the prelims. So first thing that will get developed into you is slowly and steadily, chapter by chapter, day by day. Number 1 thing is common sense. Number 2nd thing is conceptual clarity. That means you'll get to know what themes do you have to focus on a single chapter. The trend chapter wise, the trend in a chapter topic wise, the facts which are more important for you. And the third thing that will be elimination process. You have developed these 4 things. Okay, now you know the topic and you understand the theme of the topic. You have developed the common sense कि अच्छा, they'll ask you this type of question can be asked in 4 types, in 4 ways. And then you'll be able to do one thing, that is eliminate the options. Nowadays, the trend that UPSC has started, the reality is everyone cannot know each and every fact. But how can you clear the prelims is by knowing this, elimination techniques based on the basic knowledge that you have developed while studying NCERTs and by practicing questions. And after doing these 4 things, these 3 things, the last will be practice. Now I know chapter 1 contains these 5 topics, and out of these 5 topics, what themes need to be taken care of, that also I know. And then now what I'll do is I'll practice on them. Why? To make my elimination process very strong. And I'll show you how do you need to develop this and this both in all the papers daily. And what you have to do is apply them while solving the questions. So this is how this test series will help you. The next thing is trend analysis. From this topic, this is not a regular topic. Okay, every year they ask you 1 or 2 questions. No. Randomly they'll ask you 1 single question because it's a small chapter. But small but important. Why important? if you get a question out of this topic, it is a simple topic. If you cover it very well, you can get 2 marks. 2 marks means a lot in the pre. 0.5 marks means a lot in the pre. So I'll tell you how many questions have been asked. 2017, one question. I'll show you all the questions later on in the slide. 2018, one question was asked. 2017, 4 questions were asked. 2018, 2 questions were asked. 2020, since 2020, the trend has been 1 question. 2024 and 2025. And in these years, mainly what they have covered, latitude and longitude. Well, I'll ask you. Now, they will, in pieces, they'll ask you, ki, Achha, Tropic of Cancer passes through which states? They'll give you 4 options and then other options. But UPSC will ask you, ki, if this is a longitude, latitude, this latitude, which countries, which cities lie near to it? What you'll do, you'll have to arrange them chronologically. Nearest, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. Or what can they do? They can ask you towns nearby. They can ask you cities nearby. So, now we'll start the questions. It's the first question. It says the latitude, just one second. The latitude that passes through Sikkim, it's a UPSC question, also passes through. See how they have started. How they have started asking the questions. Say for example, we are in this region. Just one second. If you don't have, you just have to have the basic knowledge. How they are asking the questions. If a latitude passes through Sikkim, it is a latitude. That means this. It will pass through which states? The options they have given is Rajasthan, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh or Jammu and Kashmir. The answer is Rajasthan. Yes, Vidit, you're right. Ki state PCS want fact and UPSC wants understanding. But understanding arises out of the fact. If you don't know the simple 4-5 topics of this chapter, with the basic facts, you will not be able to eliminate the options there because these facts will lead to the understanding of the topic. That is why it is very important for you to know these facts. Why do people say that you should go and do the Ghatna Chakra of the topics? What is the reason behind? Because what they have done is, they have taken a topic, they have taken all the questions from the state PCS, from the UPSC, every states and the central level. That means the government point of view and the facts in which government things which are important, that you should know about the topic, they have covered those. What you have to do is, you just need to go mug them up, then you will be able to develop the understanding. Say for example, see what we have done. I told you here that these are the topics. We are covering India. The first chapter is India's size and location. If you have ever read the NCERT's index, Indian Geography NCERT's index, then you would have understood first chapter is size and location. The second chapter is what are the natural regions of India? Plateaus, plains, Himalayas, mountains. And there is also a pattern in these. I'll tell you in chapter number 2 when we'll start. Then after knowing these 2 regions, the third thing is, because these 2 lead to it, that is drainage system. And these all three together, they lead to the fourth chapter, that is climate of India. After knowing the climate, you need to know about the soils. Why? Because these four affect the soil. And then the sixth chapter will be natural vegetation. Out of this, you'll also study the forest, because this will lead to the type of forest you will have in India or in any place. See, you are saying with it that static is important. Yes, application of knowledge. This is what? You have to have the knowledge of the facts. Then only you will be able to apply them. So, let's come back to our question. So, here the answer is A, Rajasthan. पंजाब ऊपर है, हिमाचल नीचे है, यहाँ पे है, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. जम्मू कश्मीर not possible. Eliminate. Common sense. Jammu Kashmir is not possible. Himachal is not possible. It will come somewhere here. Only Rajasthan is possible. It was a simple question by UPSC, but if you would have read it and without keeping this calm, you would have tried to attempt it, you would have done it wrong. Why? Most of the students might have marked Himachal Pradesh right. Then, let's come to question number 2. Consider the following statements. Assam shares border with Bhutan and Bangladesh. These types of questions are important for state level. Assam shares border with Bhutan and Bangladesh. Second, West Bengal shares border with Bhutan and Nepal. And then it is Mizoram shares border with Bangladesh and Myanmar. Now, most people will say, ma'am, who is going to learn them up? The person who wants marks in the paper will mug them up. The person who wants, you don't know if by chance UPSC asks a single fact from this and other 2 facts they'll take from the other topic. So, if you are aware of Assam, a country like this, a state shaped in this manner, here it is Mizoram, from here it shares Bangladesh, from here it comes West Bengal, then upper region it is Arunachal Pradesh, here it is a bit of Bhutan, and then Arunachal Pradesh is done, this region is Arunachal Pradesh upwards, and then here it is Meghalaya, then here comes Tripura, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. You just have to see the map and you'll get 2 questions free. See, Assam shares the border with Bhutan and Bangladesh. Assam shares the border with Bhutan, yes. Bangladesh, yes. So, this statement is right. West Bengal shares border with Bhutan and Nepal. With Bhutan, yes, see, West Bengal is sharing the border with Bhutan. And with Nepal here, this side, it's here Nepal. So, both are correct. Third is Mizoram shares border with Bangladesh and Myanmar. See, Mizoram is here. It is sharing border with Bangladesh because it's here all Bangladesh. Yes, Bangladesh is right. And then it's Myanmar. This side, it is whole, it is Myanmar. Like this. This is also right. So, what they have asked is, which of the statements given above are correct? They have asked the correct statements. So, the answer is A, 1, 2 and 3. All the statements are correct. Then is question number 3. With reference to India, which of the following statements are correct? They have asked correct. Whenever you are reading the question, just keep this thing in mind, develop the habit of encircling this. Either they have asked right or wrong. We have to clear. This is what I'm telling you, why they have kept the chapter number 2. Chapter number 1, India's size and location. You have to see the map clearly, mainly northeastern map. Not, you cannot leave the other states, but northeastern states are very important. Why? The reason behind it is, with the sense of, for the sense of security they are important, for the sense of IR they are important, with respect to natural vegetation they are important. You should know which state encircles, which has a coastal boundary, which does not has a coastal boundary. How you'll get to know? By solving this. These types of questions are asked, I have to do them. So, the question number third, first option is, India is the 6th largest country in the world. It is not the 6th largest, it is the 7th largest country. In the very first paragraph, you will get this fact in the NCERT. Then is, India occupies about 2.4% of the total area of the world. 2.4% of the total area of the world. So, 3 facts you got. 7th largest. What are the other 6 that you should know? Russia, USA, Russia, Canada, USA, China. In chronology. They can ask you. The second fact that you got is that it is 2.4% of world's area. World's area. And the third fact which I am giving you is it is 17.5% of world's population based on 2011 census. Then the third option is, Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country. Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country, dividing it into 2 latitudinal halves. If they would have used the word longitudinal, then this option would have gone wrong. See where the examiner can trick you out. They have written it right, latitudinal. It is this way. This option is right. The Tropic of Cancer divides India into 2 equal halves. That is 23.5 degree north. Then the fourth is, India lies completely in tropic zone. Completely. This is an extreme word. In the tropic zone. This is wrong. Tropic of Cancer is dividing India into 2 equal halves. That means this is the northern half and this is the southern half. Here the climate is tropical, here it is subtropical climate. It does not has only tropic. The southern section has the tropical type of climate, and the northern subtropical type of climate. So here there was which are correct. 1, 2, which is wrong. Fourth one is wrong. So option D and option A are eliminated, and the answer is C, 2 and 3. So let's come to the second topic. Question number 4 is, which of the following statements are true about India? Use the code given below. They have asked statements are true about India. Use the code given below to select the correct answer. Again, they have asked the same fact but with a different theme. See, 5th, no, it is the 7th largest. You have done this in the PYQ and again they have repeated it. This is right. This is wrong, sorry, it is the 7th largest. Then is it occupies 2.4% of the total area of the lithosphere. See, they have asked world's area. Here they have used the word lithosphere. How they trick you up? This is right. What is lithosphere? The upper portion, the crust area. The third option is, whole of India lies in torrid zone. Now they have used the term torrid. This is wrong. The whole of, we have seen it in the earlier question. 82.5 degree east meridian and hemisphere is used to determine Indian Standard Time. Correct. Standard meridian of India is 82.5 degree east. If you would have been in class 10th or class 11th or class 12th, I would have said you, "Okay, this fact is enough for you. You don't need to go more deeper into it." But now that you are preparing for the paper, and that too for the state and UPSC level, you need to know what the place where in UP it crosses, how many states it crosses. Like in UP, Mirzapur. If I ask you how many states it crosses, the mnemonic for it is Umkoa. UP, MP, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. 5 states. How many? 5. So, how many facts you got? 3 facts with respect to the one single option. So, this is right. The answer is D, 2 and 4. Why? Because third is wrong. This is eliminated and first is also wrong. So, this is also eliminated. Answer is 2 and 4. Then is question number 5. Which of the following statements about India is incorrect? India is the 7th largest country in the world. 7th, now it's correct. India is the 2nd populous country in the world. The year in which the question was asked, that time India was the 2nd populous country. So in that year, the option was right. But if today it comes, it is wrong. India is the 1st populous country. It has surpassed China. China has come on number 2 in 2023. And going by this, you'll get to know when you study the current affairs. It is a very important topic, population for the mains. And then the third option is its land boundary extends for around 200 kilometers. See, again, during that time, this option was right. Now the boundary extents have been revised and the data has come. It is around 15,107 kilometer, I guess. That time it was right. Okay. So the year in which this question was asked, these 3 options were correct. And then the fourth question is, the option is the earliest sunrise is seen in Mizoram state. No, this is wrong. It is in Arunachal Pradesh, and that too in the village named Dong. So the answer is D. In reality, if we reframe this question for in today's sense, which of the option is correct, then the answer will be A. Because today that all the 3 facts are wrong. So let's come to why I did not change the options here, because I had to take this. I just wanted you to know many at times what happens is topics will be same, options will be same, just they'll flip a single fact from a single line. If you are unaware, you have not read the explanation of the question given down near of the topic or of the question, you will not be able to understand why this second has now it's wrong. Why they have given the answer D? So you got to know 4 things about this. Then it is question number 6. The Tropic of Cancer passes through which of the following state? See, I was saying the Tropic of Cancer passes through which of the following states? Now they have asked the state. As a matter of fact, you would have already done this thing in the NCERT. How many states it passes through? 8 states. Which states? That too chronologically, because the benefit of memorizing it in chronology will be, you'll be able to know which states come one by one. It is Gujarat, Rajasthan, MP, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. The mnemonic for it is Garam si Jawani Wah Tabahi Machayegi. Mnemonic hai, yeah, you just have to mug them up. Garam si Jawani Wah Tabahi Machayegi. That means it is just a mnemonic, just to mug the things ki how many states it crosses through. Gujarat, Rajasthan, MP, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. Now see, they have asked which of the states it passes through. Gujarat, it is correct. Chhattisgarh, it is correct. UP, UP is not there. Jharkhand, it is correct. So if UP is not there, how you will eliminate? The answer is A. Then is question number 7. Which of the following towns, see how they'll ask you on the Tropic of Cancer, which of the following towns is nearest to the Tropic of Cancer? Now they have asked towns. This is UPSC's question. Nearest to Tropic of Cancer. Options are Agartala, Gandhinagar, Jabalpur or Ujjain. No student can attempt this question if they are not very well versed with the state's capital and the important cities nearby them. So here the answer is Gandhinagar. Then is question number 8. Which of the following statements are true? They've asked the correct. Tropic of Cancer divides India into two halves. This is right. You have starting 15-20 questions are PYQs. Why? Just to develop an understanding of yours. Ki how they ask the questions. They have asked this a single fact how many times, I guess? In 3 questions. So if you are unaware of the fact, how you will be able to develop the understanding of the topic? And then it is Tropic of Cancer divides Indian international boundary into two. No, it does not. No, there is no relation between this. Indian international boundary. So option number 2 is wrong. So when 2 is wrong, A and C got eliminated. Because they have 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Then is maximum east-west expansion of India lies along the Tropic of Cancer. Just read both the options very carefully. They have written maximum east and west expansion of India, it lies along Tropic of Cancer. And then the other they have written line joining the easternmost, they have framed the same fact in 2 different ways. Easternmost and the westernmost points of India lies to the north of Tropic of Cancer. UPSC has started asking these type of facts. They'll ask 2 similar, what we call elimination technique. There is a theme called similar options. They'll give you 4 options and out of them 2 will be similar. See here, maximum east-west expansion. Then they have written this theme as line joining the easternmost and the westernmost points of India lies to the north of Tropic of Cancer. Here they are saying it is along the Tropic of Cancer. Here they are saying it is north of the Tropic of Cancer. Either of them can be right and this is right. Third one is wrong. Because the easternmost state is Arunachal Pradesh. And if you have done this question where we discussed where the states where Tropic of Cancer passes through, Arunachal Pradesh is not there. And if you know the map of India, here it's Mizoram, Manipur is here, Nagaland is here. This is Arunachal Pradesh. See the extent. This is the easternmost extent. So you will be able to eliminate this. Okay, no, it is north of Tropic of Cancer. So third is also gone. This is also gone. The answer is D. With it, how they both are same is I have explained you very well. Just go through it again in the after completion of the topic. Then is question number 9. Which of the following Indian state lies north of Tropic of Cancer? Now how they have asked the question? State which lies north of Tropic of Cancer. Jharkhand lies on the Tropic of Cancer. Mizoram lies on the Tropic of Cancer. Tripura also lies on the Tropic of Cancer. So the answer is B. Because Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram, if Tropic of Cancer is crossing this, set obvious, Manipur is north of it. Then is question number 10. Which of the following rivers of India crosses Tropic of Cancer twice? They have asked the rivers which are crossing Tropic of Cancer twice. The options are Mahi, Chambal, Narmada or none of the above. The answer is A, Mahi. The path which Mahi follows is somewhat like this. It originates in MP, then goes to Rajasthan, then goes to Gujarat and then goes to Gulf of Khambat. Drains into Arabian Sea. One thing you got to know about this, कि Mahi river crosses twice Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Cancer passes through it like this. So once here and the second time here, it crosses it twice. Now you know about Tropic of Cancer. What about equator? And what about Tropic of Capricorn? With respect to Cancer, it is Mahi river. With respect to Capricorn, it is Limpopo river of Africa. And with respect to equator, it is Congo river. I guess if I'm not wrong, yes, it is Congo. These three rivers, they cross these three important latitudes twice. Keep a pen and a paper with you always and a print of the question paper. All you need to do later on is just take them up and revise them up. You will be done with all the PYQs of the topic and plus additional some other questions. Then is question number 11. When it is midnight in Indian Standard Time meridian, a place observes 6 am. The meridian of which said place lies along it. These types of questions are mainly asked in, before they were asking, UPSC was asking this in around 90s, I guess. But state PCS still ask these types of questions. They're saying Indian standard meridian of India, which is 82.5 degree east. Take. Here the timing is, they have written as midnight. That means 12. It is midnight here. They might have confused by writing 12 am or 12 pm, but they have written it midnight. You know, रात के 12 बज रहे. ठीक? And then what they have given the second information is कि the timing here is 6 am. And they have asked which longitude is this. If it is east and they are asking, we are traveling this, there is a gap of how many hours? 6 hours gap. Okay? We are taking 6 hour gap to reach this latitude. So one fact is it will be in the east. East, if it would have been in the west, then you would have subtracted the time. It is in east, you have to add the time. You're moving forward. with respect to standard meridian of India. See, so by fact we know 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. If you want to travel 1 degree, say for example 82.5 to 83.5, you will take 4 minutes to travel. They have asked 6 hours. 6 hours means how many minutes? Come on with it. Tell me how many minutes it will come? One hour 60 minutes. 1 hour 60 minutes. So 6 hours means 60 into 6, that is 36. So 360 minutes. So it is 360 minutes. This much time you will take to travel. You can write 6 hours or 360 minutes. What you need to do is, you need to find how many degrees. So now what you will do? You will divide this by 4. The answer will be 9. 9 4s are 36, 0, 90. That means you will travel 90 degrees plus to reach this degree latitude. That means 82.5 degree plus 90 degree means 2.5, 8, 8, 16, 17, 172.5 degree east. This is this 172.5 degree east longitude. Now see the given options. The option number B is right. Then is question number 12. Name the place in India where Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean meet. A place in India where Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal, they meet. This can't be the Indra Point, it is in Andaman and Nicobar. This can't be Rameshwaram. It is just an island here. The answer is Kanyakumari. Then is question number 13. The questions are easier comparing to the other topics just because it's the first chapter of Indian geography. Name the place. Acha, we have done this. Question number 13. Which of the following states does not form its boundary with the Bangladesh? Now they are asking you with respect to the Bangladesh. It's the Bangladesh. So the states here are, here it is West Bengal, here it is Assam, because here it's Meghalaya. Then here it is somewhere here it is Tripura, and then it is Mizoram. Here will be Manipur and Nagaland. This is Bangladesh and the states bounding it. Which of the following states does not form its boundary with Bangladesh? Assam, Assam forms. Nagaland does not forms. Meghalaya forms and Mizoram also forms. See, Mizoram forms, Meghalaya forms, Assam forms. Nagaland is way north. So here the answer is B. Then is question number 14. Extension of the international boundaries of India along with their neighboring countries. I told you na, what things you have to study in the neighbors plus extended neighbors. Not just the names. You have to remember their chronology. Chronology with respect to kilometers of the boundary. Two facts you'll get to know from the PYQs, that is Bangladesh shares the largest boundary, maximum boundary with India. Neighboring country, okay? And the minimum one is Afghanistan. It is around 106 kilometers. Two facts you got to know. but you have to remember all the mid countries, and that too chronologically. So here they have asked in the ascending order. So what is the real chronology here? Number 1 is Bangladesh, then is China, then is Pakistan, then is Nepal, then is Myanmar, then is Bhutan, and the last one is Afghanistan. How many? 4, 3, 7. We have 7 neighbors and their chronology. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now just read the question. China, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal. Ascending order. That means from the minimum to the maximum. Nepal, Pakistan, China, Bangladesh. The answer is B. See, it's Nepal, Pakistan, China and Bangladesh. First 4. Then is question number 15. India's territorial limit extends towards the sea up to how many? One is this. This is the land area, this is the sea area or the oceans you can say. It is sea, Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea. They have asked, this is the Indian territory, everybody knows how many kilometers does in the sea do we have, which we call as our territorial space. It is 12 nautical miles. And 12 nautical miles is equal to 21.9 kilometers. This is our boundary. No one can come into it. That will be a violation of the international law. And even you cannot go into the other's domain without having the permission. What is the reason behind fishers getting arrested here in Sri Lanka? They mistakenly they cross this region of territorial area. While doing shipping, they just cross this area and they come into the zone of the other country and they get arrested. So the options given here are 10 nautical miles, 16 nautical miles, 12. The answer is C, 12 nautical miles, which is about 21.9 kilometers. Then is question number 16. Which district of Uttarakhand is not situated along the Tibet boundary? This question was asked in Uttarakhand PCS because it is state specific. Uttarakhand's which district? Mainly how many state PCs you prepare for is, if you belong to UP, you will go for Uttarakhand, you will go for UP or you will go for MP. These are the main 3 states and that too, or Bihar, either you can appear for Bihar. But mainly out of these 4 also 2 exams are very important. That is Uttarakhand and the UP paper. The level of services and the quality of the services is more good here. Right? So they have asked which district of Uttarakhand is not situated along Tibet. Here the answer is Almora. Whenever you will prepare for the Uttarakhand, geography portion of Uttarakhand, you will be able to know the type of districts here. How many districts are there and which border, which state in India and international borders. That you will get to know while studying geography there. Geography of the state. Then is question number 17. Which state of India has the largest area? See, you also need to have you don't need to mug up all the states. You just need to know the first 5 or 4 states with the largest area. The options given are UP, MP, Jammu Kashmir and Rajasthan. And the answer is number 1 is Rajasthan. Then is MP. Then is Maharashtra. See the chronology, how I'm intentionally making these arrows. First you'll go to Rajasthan, then you'll go to MP, then you'll go to Maharashtra, and then the 4th one is here, UP. And then the 5th one is down here, Karnataka. These are the top 5 states with the largest area in India, having the largest area in India. So here the answer is Rajasthan, D. just keep them writing with me along with on your question paper, so that you don't need to go and watch these videos again. You just need to take your test paper and do the revision. It will take around 1 hour or 2 hours in the first revision, and in the second it will take only half an hour. Then is question number 18. India is called a tropical country mainly on account of its. We have studied that Tropic of Cancer passes through India into dividing it into two equal halves. This is the tropical and this is the subtropical zone, right? Now they are asking, why do we call India a tropical country? Still we call India a tropical country mainly on account of what? Its latitudinal extent, that means this, or its longitudinal extent, or its areal size, ki how like this it goes, hai na? And the fourth is tropical monsoon climate. The answer is this, tropical monsoon climate. Because of this, because it is the southwestern monsoon. Mainly three branches arise. One is this, second is this, and the third is this Bay of Bengal branch. I'll tell you these all things in the climate chapter. So the answer here is D. Then is question number 19. Which of the following are called twin cities of India? These are some facts which you need to know. These are not given in NCERTs. These are the information, the questions they have asked is application based on the facts which they have given in the NCERTs. Twin cities of India, Delhi, Faridabad, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Mysore, Bangalore, or Hyderabad and Sikandrabad. The answer is D. They both are called the twin cities. Why? Majorly, Hyderabad and Sikandrabad, they both got developed simultaneously. This is the old region and this is the new region. So they both act as complementary to each other. This contains Nizams, so it is very prosperous region. Nizams were one of the most prosperous and wealthy peoples in India. And during the developmental process, the urban development, like you can call Delhi and Noida. Noida is also getting developed and Delhi is also getting developed at present. They did not develop parallelly. They developed parallelly. So together they have formed a term is called as urban agglomeration. Means merging of two areas just because they are, one is here and the other is here. Because of their simultaneous development, now they are a single developing region of that state. So we call them as twin cities of India. Then is the next question, question number 20. India's area is about how many times larger than the Pakistan? It is a simple fact. The answer is 4. It is 4 times larger than Pakistan. Then is question number 21. With which country does McMahon Line form India's boundary? Boundary, you know. International neighbors, you know. There are 7. We have studied them, right? And that too in the chronology. Now you need to know what the boundaries are called. There are many types of boundaries like imposed boundaries, superimposed. This thing I'll tell you in chapter number 2 because there is a question on it. Here you need to know 3 types of boundaries. And the 4th one is not with respect to India. The name is Maginot. Maginot line, या boundary between France and Germany. Here with respect to India, this is not with respect to India, okay? This is with respect to India. One is Redcliffe line, one is McMahon line, and the other one is Durand line. They'll ask you Radcliffe line with respect to, oh, so sorry. They'll ask you Radcliffe line with respect to Pakistan and today what we call Bangladesh, because before it was called as Eastern Pakistan. Bangladesh before belonged to Eastern Pakistan. Okay? And then McMahon lines, it is China. And Durand line, it is Afghanistan. So what they've asked here is, which of the country does McMahon line forms India's boundary? It is China. The answer is C. Now the question number 22. In which state does most part of Vidarbha region lie? Vidarbha region, if we say this eastern part of, this is Maharashtra. Eastern part of Maharashtra is called as Vidarbha region. Mainly two regions are included here. They are Nagpur and Amravati. Note these facts along with the questions. The options are MP, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. Answer is obviously D, Maharashtra. Eastern part of Maharashtra is Vidarbha region. It contains two regions, two divisions you can say, Nagpur and Amravati. Then is the next question, question number 23. The length of the coastline of Indian mainland is approximately. Two things kindly remember while memorizing the coastlines. One thing is they'll ask you the coastline means this. Read the question very carefully. And then they'll ask you the land boundary means this region. The third thing they'll ask you, total land boundary. This means this. Coastline means coastline of the mainland and the coastline of the, that means India, total coastline. This total coastline will include 1, 2 and 3. This will be equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3. That is Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep and the coastal regions of India. Which you call, this is 6100 kilometers, including this it comes around 1 plus 2 plus 3. This comes around 7500 kilometers. And this comes around, which we had done this in the last question, it is around 15,200 kilometers. But now they have revised them. Okay. And here they have asked India's mainland coastline. That means only this. It is a mainland and they have asked the coastline. The answer is 6100 kilometers. So now it's question number 24. What has been the principal consideration of India's division into state? That means the reason behind dividing India into states. This you study in polity, but they have linked it to the geography. See how? I'll tell you. There were 3 committees that were formed when after the independence we were thinking how we should divide our states. Because many states were demanding, regional demands stood ki divide the states on the basis of the language. But at that time, people like Sardar Patel, they were opposing it. Why? Because they wanted to have one factor, that is unity in diversity into India. If they would have divided it on the basis of the language, so which were these committees? That would have raised many regional issues plus administrative issues. What were the 3 committees that you will do in polity? So here it is, the answer is language. Which was the first state, that I'll tell you in the polity classes, whichever will the teacher will be, which was the first state which got its identity on the basis of the language? It was Andhra Pradesh. In which year? In 1953. You'll get to know in the polity while doing that. Then is question number 25. 25. Indian states were forced deal limited. They were forced deal limited linguistically on. It is this 1956. Why 1956? A act came, State Reorganization Act. These two questions you will get to know in polity section. Hai na? Then is the next question. The southernmost point in Indian territory is. The options are Indira Point, Gandhi Point, Nehru Point, or the Mountbatten Point. What you have to do, you have to go Google these 3 points. What are these 3 points? Nehru Point, Gandhi Point, and Mountbatten Point. Because everybody knows the southernmost point of India is Indira Point. Was. Why? Because it got submerged in 2004 tsunami. Where it lies? In Andaman and Nicobar region. On which latitude it lies? It is near 6 degree latitude. East, 6 degree east latitude. These are some additional information about this. Then is the next question. That is question number 27. How much is the approximate length of India's land frontier? This we have done this. 15,200. Now they have amended it as 15,207. 107 kilometers. Okay. Then is question number 28. Actually, it is a small topic. Now the questions and themes will repeat. Why? Just because by practicing some facts again, you'll be able to mug them up. You don't need to mug them. They'll automatically go and get saved in your mind. It is a very small, just a chapter of 1.5 pages in the NCERTs. The next question is Park Strait separates India from. Here, it's Sri Lanka. This is Tamil Nadu. This is Sri Lanka. The strait here is Park Strait. So, it separates India from Sri Lanka. The answer is C. Then the next question is, which state is not bisected by Tropic of Cancer? The same question with a different representation. West Bengal, Rajasthan, Gujarat or Odisha. Now with it, you give me the answer. I have already told you. So here the answer is Odisha, D. Then 30. What is the location of Gulf of Mannar? Where is Gulf of Mannar? How many gulfs are there in India? How many gulfs are there in India? There are 3 gulfs of India. What? Which? One is here, one is here, and the other one is here. This is Kutch, this is Khambat or Cambay, and this is Mannar. So what they have asked? It lies where? West of Gujarat? No, west of Gujarat, so these both will come. West of Kerala? No. East of Odisha? That means in this region? No. It is east of Tamil Nadu, because here there is a state named Tamil Nadu and it is east of Tamil Nadu. Right? Then is, this is also a application based question. If you don't know the gulfs and even their position, how will you be able to do this? Right? Then the next question is, which set of countries is generally included when geographers are referred to Indian subcontinents? I told you in the very starting that you have to know the states or the countries which are included in Indian subcontinent. The options are India, China, Myanmar, Thailand, Nepal, Bhutan. But the answer is B. India, Pakistan means India, here Pakistan, the Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka and Afghanistan, Maldives. Afghanistan will also come. This region we called as Indian subcontinent. Options हैं, they have not given Afghanistan, but it is a region there. Myanmar is not there, Thailand is not there. Then here Iraq and Iran are not there. Why we have not eliminated them? And then India only because of its largest country? No. Then is question number 32. Strict physiographical sense, in strict physiographical means related to physiography. Which combination best delineates the Indian subcontinent as a distinct entity from the rest of Asia? What is the reason behind that in Indian subcontinent, India is considered as a distinct entity from the rest of the Asia? The reasons they have, options they have given is Himalayas in the north, Vindhyas in the south. No, I'll give you the reason. And the answer here is D. Here we have Himalayas in the north and the northeast. They have written Himalayas and associated ranges in the north. Then you have some ranges here in the western, northwestern region, which Hindu Kush, Sulaiman and Kirthar ranges, where in the northwest. Then you have Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal in the western and eastern sides. Why we have a distinct position or as a distinct entity? The reason is our geographical location, that is physiographically, means with respect to security, because if Himalayas were not there, our monsoon would have gone along more north rather than staying here in India. From this region, China, Tibet, people would have attacked India n number of times. If you study history, what is the reason behind that this region? Here we don't have any mountain ranges, which we call as now northwest region. People could not come from here, Gujarat or Kutch region or Kathiawar region. People entered India mainly via which route? Northwestern route. Punjab area, Afghanistan area. Now the area which belongs to Pakistan. Why? There was no security. The domain there was very easy. The domain there was very easy for people to enter into India. You cannot enter from the northeastern part. Why? There are huge mountains, thick forest. Same is the case here with the Himalayas. The answer is D. The next question is question number 33. In advanced geographical analysis, why is the term Indian subcontinent sometimes preferred over South Asia when discussing area and frontiers? Why do we prefer this name rather than this, South Asia? Reason behind, because Indian subcontinent excludes all country except India? No, this is wrong. Because South Asia is purely a climatic term while Indian subcontinent is a purely political term? No, this is also wrong. Because Indian subcontinent foregrounds the shared physical base, that means with respect to plate, relief and hydrology, that underlines multiple states, whereas South Asia is a more of a contemporary regional political label. Yes, answer is C. Then is question number 34. India extent is roughly around 8 point, I told you, extent you have to remember now they have written the fact as our extent is from around 8.4 in the north to 37.6 in the north latitude. It is south in 8.4. North is, here it's south. This is north. And 68.7 and this east longitude here. Which of the following implications? That means what is the implication of having this latitudinal extent? Implication means benefits and negatives both. What risk you involve because of these extents and what benefits you have because of these territorial extent. Option is India experiences a wide range of climatic conditions from tropical to temperate. This is the answer, A. If our territorial extent would have not been this, it would have been just this. It is 8 degree 4 minutes here. It would have been here. Means only 24 degree. We would not have the tropical climate then. Our climatic patterns would have changed because our region would have been only this much. So the answer is A. Then is question number 35. Which neighbouring country lies directly to the north of India, sharing a boundary largely along the Himalayas between approximately 28 degree north and 30 degree north latitude and 80 degree east and 90 degree east longitude? It is Bhutan. Then is question number 36. The longitude Yale extent of India from 68.7 degree east to 97.25 degree east results in a time difference. They are saying, what they are asking in this is, कि we have a territorial extent of this kilometers with respect to latitude. This is the westernmost point and this is the easternmost point. Now what they are asking is, difference of about how many hours between the easternmost and the westernmost. NCERT's fact it is around 2 hours difference. Around 2 hours. So the answer is C. Then the question is 37. The Tropic of Cancer passes roughly through the middle of India. Which of the following is the most significant geographical implications of this fact? A type of question you have solved before, but with a different framing. That it divides India into tropical and subtropical? No. Simply the answer here is B. It divides India into tropical and subtropical climatic zones. Tropical and temperate? No, it is subtropical. Here they have it strictly divides into North and South India? No. It strictly divides into western and eastern boundaries? No. The answer is B. It divides India into tropical and subtropical regions. Then is question number 38. Considering India's latitudinal extent, which of the following statements about the length of the day and night across season is more appropriate? Whenever they use such terms, which UPSC has started using, they'll use the term like more appropriate. That means all the 4 given options are correct, but out of these 4, which option is more appropriate? In these types of questions, keep yourself very, very, very attentive. Why? If you read one option as with a very attentive mind, you'll guess, yes, this is right. But the second option may be more appropriate than the first one, or than the third one, or than the fourth one. So keep in mind, if a type of, you get a term of such type, more appropriate, more logical, more relatable, keep this thing in mind. Here all options are correct, but which is more appropriate? Right? So here they are asking, it roughly bisects, question number 38. Northern India experiences greater variation in day and night between summer and winter than the southern. This is the right answer. Northern India, we experience greater variation. Why? Because we experience extreme cold, we experience extreme hot, we experience monsoonal region, and we experience the mid region when the temperature is very lucid. Not very hot, not very cold. In southern India, they don't experience the extreme temperatures. So the answer is A. Then is question number 39. India's southernmost point, Indira Point, in Andaman and Nicobar Island, lies close to which latitude? See, I told you. I told you before, it is near around 6 degree north. They would have also asked like this, if they would have reframed it, that it is 6 degrees south. Don't get confused. If any latitude which is above the equator, it is north. Below the equator, it is south. And the second type of division is, if any type of longitude, if they are asking, if it is on this side, it is west. If it is on this side, it is east of prime meridian, that is 0 degree. Right? Then is question number 40. Which statement explains why India uses 82.5 degree east as its standard meridian for Indian Standard Time? What is the reason behind that we use this 82.5 degree east latitude as standard meridian of India? You know the fact that this is the standard meridian of India, but what is the reason behind using it? The options given are, it roughly bisects east, India's east and west longitude extents, providing a compromise time. It passes exactly through the geographical center of India's mass. No, they have used the term exactly. This is wrong. It is the only meridian that avoid any state boundaries. Not possible. It aligns Indian time exactly with Greenwich Mean Time. No, Indian time, this, if we assume here 0 degree, which is Greenwich Mean Time, we are 5.5 hours plus from here. What does this mean? Here, if it is 1 o'clock, 1 a.m., here the time will be 1 plus 5.5, that is 6.5 a.m. So here the answer is A. Now comes the question number 41. Which of the following is the easternmost state of India, sharing its border with the neighboring country with longitudinal extending close to 97 degree east and beyond? It is Arunachal Pradesh. Then the next question is, which of the following Indian states share boundary along with the largest number of neighboring states? See, keep one thing in mind. If such type of questions is asked, don't get confused. Look into all the options here. See, why I am telling you, Bangladesh shares border with mainly international borders they have asked. Neighboring countries. You don't have to look into states. You have to look into international countries. So here why it is important, it shares border with 3, it shares border with 2, and these both also share border with 3 countries. So mainly this you will be able to eliminate, but then you will get confused into this both. What they've asked, largest. You also have to take into consideration the kilometers, longest boundary. So the answer is West Bengal. Right? Then is question number 43. Which of the following statement best explains India's central location in Indian Ocean? Now see how they have eliminated exactly, entirely. Extreme words are there. This is how you eliminate options. We have just started, just wait. In the upcoming lectures, you'll also get to know, you'll have more PYQs based elimination techniques. Because we have lesser number of PYQs in this topic, so we are just trying to tell you how do you eliminate. Develop some base with this topic. Then the third is Indian peninsular shape projects into the Indian Ocean, commanding sea routes between West Asia, Africa and Southeast. This is right. The answer is C. Then is the question number 44. Just one second. Which of the following pairs of Indian states and neighboring countries is correctly matched in terms of sharing international land boundary? They have written the states here and they have written the international neighbors of India. The answer is Himachal Pradesh. It shares a border with China. The others don't. Then the question number 45. Which of the following best describes the significance? See, while reading the question, develop the habit of underlining and encircling those words which are very important, so that you are able to save your time and you don't need to go and read them again. Right? They're asking the significance of India's Himalayan boundary with respect to subcontinental identity. Options are: it completely isolates India from all external cultural influences. No. Our culturally we are not isolated, because people went to China, spread up Buddhism because its origin was in India. People went to this region, Afghanistan, Gandhar region. People came here. That is why we have Gandhara type of Gandhar art. So there was no isolation with respect to culture. The second option is it provides India with direct maritime access to Central Asia. It acts as a climatic barrier while also allowing selected passes for historical trade and cultural exchanges. See, here they are saying that it is isolated from any cultural exchange. Here they are saying identical terms, cultural exchanges are there and trade is also being done. Why? And there it is also acting as climatic borders. What things they used to trade? Things like silk, things like cotton, things like spices. Through which routes they used to trade? Passes like Nathula, passes like Jhilepla, passes like Shipkila. Right? So the option is C. Then let's come to the next option. Next question is question number 46. Which of the following best describes the western frontier of the Indian subcontinent in terms of relief and structural geography? They're asking western frontier in terms of relief and structural geology. A smooth fold mountains range running parallel to Arabian Sea. Number 1, running parallel to Arabian Sea is Western Ghats. This is the Western Ghats because here is the Arabian Sea. They are not fold mountains, they are block mountains. So this option is eliminated. Then is a smooth uninterrupted plain extending from run of Kutch to Khyber Pass. No, it is not a smooth and uninterrupted plain. A complex transition zone involving Kirthar and Sulaiman ranges, Baluchistan plateau and intervening basins. Yes, the answer is C. There are mountain ranges, there are plain ranges, there are desert regions. So there is a complex transition zone. Then is question number 47. The northern frontier of Indian subcontinent is often described as a double wall. Which pair best represents this concept? A very new concept, a type of question which you would not get anywhere. Double wall concept. The options are, plus just note down, they have written northern frontier. Trans-Himalayan ranges and Eastern Ghats? No. Outer Himalayas and Aravalli range? No. Western Ghats and Shivalik? No. Greater Himalayas and Karakoram Ladakh ranges. The answer is D. Those which act as a double boundary. When you'll go, here you will find wait, I'll draw it. If it is this is the Karakoram range. Then you will find the other ranges, Ladakh range, Ladakh, Jaskar, Pir Panjal, then is Dhauladhar. They can also ask the chronology. They have asked, PCS has asked this question. Then is, historically, which corridor has most consistently linked the northwestern frontier of Indian subcontinent with the Central and West Asia? The answer is Khyber Pass. This is very important. Just note the fact. Khyber Pass and associated Kabul-Peshawar corridor. Then is question number 49. In the context of Indian subcontinent, eastern frontier, which feature chiefly, marks a transition from the subcontinental system to mainland Southeastern Asia. They're asking which feature marks transition from the subcontinental system to mainly Southeast Asia. The options are Western Ghat and Konkan coast. No. Western Ghat means you need to go here, this region, southeastern region. So Western Ghats, no. Then is Eastern Ghats and Krishna Godavari here? No. You need to go somewhere here in this region. Vindhyan ranges, they'll come around in this region. This is also a no. So the option is B. Indo-Myanmar ranges including, see, here it's Myanmar, this region. I'll redraw this. This region is Myanmar. I have redrawn this region, right? So what you will get? Ranges, Patkaibam, Naga, Chin, hills, many more. Mizo hills you'll get Patkaibam. Then this is the Arakan Yoma mountain ranges. We say in Indian subcontinent, here we have Andaman and Nicobar. We also say that these are extension of Arakan Yoma mountain ranges there, because it's a submerged volcanic formation. Then the last question is, which of the following best accounts for the relative openness of the northwestern frontier compared to northern Himalayas frontiers? Options are, see what they have asked. Following best accounts for the relative openness of the northwestern frontier compared to northern Himalayas frontiers. The answer is B. Complete absence of mountains in the northwestern. This is what I had discussed in this question. Wait, I'll show you. Where is that question? Arre? Chalo, leave it. Okay, so we are done with chapter number 1 of Indian Geography and with 50 questions of chapter number 1. So now what you need to do is, for tomorrow's test, do chapter number 2, read the NCERTs and then come and attend the test. And whenever you are attempting the test, keep two things in mind, that whenever you read the options, what was the reason behind, while reading the option, what thought process was going behind. This will help you how you need to develop that common sense which we say, or the elimination technique which we talk about. Right? Thank you.